Okay. So look at this film. Have anyone ever seen this film before? I tried to, and I failed. Actually, I did. Years ago, the first time I ever had the internet, it was actually back in 2008, when I was in high school. Anyway, one day I remember I was actually looking for something, and I found Dungeons & Dragons. When I was hearing about Dungeons & Dragons, I thought, they made a movie on this? So I watched it. Or should I say, I tried to watch it. You see, actually, no, it wasn't the CGI. No, it wasn't the bad or weird acting or the creepy lines. It was the internet. Back then, when I had internet, it was like very slow, it was very tiring and boring and had to watch stuff. Maybe it's the program too, but the point is, I actually never got to finish it. I can't really remember. I think I got about 1/3 or 1/2 or 1/4 done with it, but I just couldn't watch it at all. So then I just said, fine, forget it. Well, years later, which is basically 2 nights ago, I thought, I guess I'll try this one more time. And so I decided to watch this original one. And as I say, and as everyone says, it was kind of weird. The CGI, as of now watching it, you can tell it's 2000 CGI. It was not good CGI, but it was good back then. The acting was kind of subpar-ish. There were some good times. There was also some cranky, weird times. The lines, I didn't understand too much either. You see, I'm not the biggest D&D player, or should I say I never am a player. I try to. This is just a franchise that looks cool, but I never really got the chance to get into it. I did try to get into it, I just never got the ability to get into it. I bought me a starter deck, gave that to someone for a Christmas gift. I did try making characters, like these are stats and other stuff. That didn't work out that well, sort of. But I don't have any friends, so I don't really know where to go to play it. And talking to people is always a weakness of mine. But anyway, apparently this is supposed to be based off of something. Wait a minute. What? A second film? A sequel? 2005 science fiction channel? And Dungeons & Dragons 3? The UK? That came out on my birthday. Fuck you. Where was I at in 2012? I was getting into college. But since it was summer, I didn't realize I had that time off. Well, apparently they made 3 films. But yeah, this was kind of weird. Apparently it was about this guy. That's Jeremy Irons, by the way. He did Scar, for those of you who don't know. There's all these actors, not that many are actually known. There's actually one of the Wayans brothers. He actually plays a character named Snails. Thief, Princess, Mage, and Elf. So apparently these two, it's basically a fight between commoners and mages is what it was. She's a mage, but she's a priestess. This guy, I'm not really sure who he is, but apparently he wants to control a red dragon, and these two are trying to find something to stop him. Actually, they're just trying to get to the object before they do. And she releases other dragons to fight against his dragons. And, well, unfortunately he dies, Wayne's character, but they still get to win, and they still get to beat this guy. They beat Jeremy Irons' character, and they start to realize that non-mages are not terrible people, and those people start to finally learn that mage people aren't all evil and rude, and it's like basically, poor versus rich is basically what it is, in a sense. Poor versus rich, mage versus non-mage was how this story was supposed to go. It's a weird story. For someone who doesn't know anything about D&D, it's funny. It is cranky with the weird things, and some things I'm like, ugh. But it's not, I'd say it's not terrible, but it does have some very low scores. I didn't even know that there was that. 2 other films. But apparently this was trash. Despite being a bomb, a made-for-TV sequel was released. It has no connection towards the first film, though Bruce Payne's character, Damodar, that's Bruce Payne. Damodar does make a return, so his character does come back. I guess he still survives. And then there's a third one here. But there's this other D&D film. Right here. Honor Amongst Thieves. This is the new one. And it has, Chris Pine and him and her and it and they and us and we and whoever fuck we are, who cares. But I guess it's better. I haven't seen this one yet. I'm not the biggest D&D fan. Some people say even like the Dungeons and Dragon players, they don't really even like this one too much. Or did they like it? I don't know. But maybe I should watch these. Here we go. 2000, 2005, 2012. This is their reboot. So they didn't really plan on making a trilogy, but despite the fact this movie did trash, I want to make more money. Yeah. So when the evil sorcerer succeeds in stealing the mystic black orb, so he gets promoted because the bad guy is here, dies. Since Jeremy Iron dies, he's Profian's chief henchman. Since Profian dies, I guess Damodar decides to become the new whatchamacallit. How is this one the third one? Oh well. That was 2012. 2017, a reboot with years of delays. Right there. With legal disputes. See, that's the thing about Dungeons and Dragons. I don't know anything about it, but I wouldn't put it myself past them to make a TV show or a movie, but I wouldn't think that, there's so much stuff they say, there's a lot of material you could use. But when you have a lot of material, it ends up being like someone says, I want to put my own stuff into it. 2022, a spin-off series was in development, part of a multi-pronged approach for television programs. The show was described as the flagship and cornerstone of multiple projects in development. Let's see. In May 2024, Paramount Plus announced that they will no longer be moving forward with the series. And that's what someone said about when they make something based off of a franchise. Like, sometime with Disney, they said, you're not making a good movie. Make me original stuff. And then people get complained about when they make a live action or a reboot or a remake or a sequel of a show, and we get angry. But then, we don't even watch the original films that they want, that we want to make in the first place. So we go, we want that, and then all of a sudden, nope. You don't really want that anyway. You want a movie or show based off of a franchise, do you? And this is Wizards of the Coast, which also is part of Magic the Gathering. But anyway, and anyone who has seen this film or the other two films, do you believe it is as janky and garbage and funny and weird and wonky as they say it is? It is. But the question is it unwatchable? I say it's not unwatchable, but then again, as I said, I'm not really a Dungeon Dragon player. I don't know much about it. So if you are a Dungeon Dragon player and a fan, I doubt you would love this. If you have no idea what Dungeons & Dragons is, you'd probably think of it as just a crazy old weird wonky film, like what I do. But the other two, should I go on and watch Wrath of the Dragon God and the Book of Vile Darkness? Should I watch Honors Amongst Thieves? Should I not watch any more? Okay. Cheers to you.